from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. See Jalen Hurts and the Cleveland Browns taking on Derek Carr and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
First opened in 1999, there's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Rhodes. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Rhodes. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times 2 interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and it's 3rd down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Carr now on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run on 1st down. It's Richardson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Richardson, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Richardson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. On 3rd down, Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Right back to Juszczyk again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball? And in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in. It's Richardson. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To try again after the sack. Carr, and he fires one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance, going for it on 4th. They're going to run. Here's Richardson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And It's a fake. He's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Texans who are out in front. The Texans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll skip over to Louisiana to check in on the Saints at home in New Orleans. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Devin Duvernay, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And that one all even as they play the visiting Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns drive about to get started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Cortland Sutton. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run again with Richardson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. On second down now, it's Richardson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Now we have Kelsey. Slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Buying time to his left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They run with Richardson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Neville Gallimore gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Tucker's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown in this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Here's Carr to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here's Richardson again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jalen Hurts,
his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Carr. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From midfield, here's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Cortland Sutton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Carr. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Carr. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll roll him out right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?
Come and get